Today's episode is sponsored by Anchor. If you don't know what Anchor is a free way to make a podcast. It's totally free. You don't have to put any money into it unless you actually do want to. It's totally free. You just make the podcast and they push it out to you, or push it out, to the people who listen it. They push it out to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, you name it, they do it. And all you have to do is go to anchor.fm on your computer or download the app on your phone. And it's right there for you. They have creation tools available to you. They have tools that make it easy for you to make your podcast. And then all you got to do, make the podcast, they push it out. And you can access those tools right from your computer or phone. You can make money from the podcast too. And it doesn't matter how many people listen to it, you still make money. And everything that you need to make this podcast is just all on this app, all on this website. So even though many people don't want to make a podcast, cheers to Anchor for helping me make this podcast and get it out to all those places. So cheers to Anchor. And if you want to start your own podcast, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm. That's anchor.fm to get started. And is it bad that I just realized with that when I said cheers, I never drank water? When you say cheers, you drink. Hello and welcome to Behind Gypsy, where we have random thoughts all the time and we say something dumb before we even say hello. That's all. And yes, I don't edit these clips together, so I just made a random comment about the sponsorship. So today since we are one day away from Halloween, why not talk about Halloween and the good old year that we are in, called 2020. Now, of course, everything went wrong in 2020. January 1st, I remember saying, I'm not going to have a resolution this year. Everything went wrong. So, why not talk about how Halloween's going to be? And of course, Halloween's that time of year where you get to go door to door, dress up as something. I don't know what you dress up as. I say thing, and I'm like, it feels weird saying thing because like it's somebody, but like somebody, like you can say like, oh, I'm gonna dress up as somebody, but it's not, because you can be like a potato if you wanted. I really now I kind of want somebody to like dress up as a potato. I want to see if somebody does. If anybody does, like, please send that to us because I'd love to see that. Yeah, you can dress up as a potato, something else other than a potato, but a potato is not a girl or boy, so it's like, well, you gotta say thing or noun, whatever. Noun fits too. So if you want to go be, so whatever noun you're gonna be that now. So of course 2020 brought the, you know what, because I don't like talking about it. Because of that, we have this we have this problem, and the problem is being dealt with by township in Pennsylvania. So, do you get to go trick or treating or not? Well, I'd like to say that Shrewsbury Township, or Shrewsbury Township. Well, I think Shrewsbury Township and Shrewsbury Borough, they're both open for trick or treating. Like you can go trick or treat again. Probably like they're gonna have you wear masks and social distance, all that. You're probably gonna see a lot of take one bowls, so that's fun. You're gonna have God. I know Springsbury Township, they're still doing trick or treating. Again, probably wear a mask, take one bowls. I mean, come on, I'd always hate it when they have the take one bowls because you're not sitting there meeting people. You sit there and you're like, trick or treat. Hey, yeah, thanks for a costume. Yeah, it's Compliment Central. I mean, come on. Yeah, and then like my neighborhood, most of the people don't do it because they're all old. Sorry, people, but That's what you are. And I mean, the only people who actually do it are my neighbors, and they beat us every year now in decorations because they fill their whole yard. And I'm serious, their yard is has one tree and is filled with a bunch of decorations. Halloween, Christmas. Don't know about. I think around Thanksgiving they do something too. And that's why it's just full of stuff. And I'm like, oh my god. And they keep it up to the point where I think it was like the Thanksgiving stuff. Let's just say by probably December, they had it up like beginning of December, and the pumpkins were already rotted out, and they didn't take it down for like another week. And I'm like, good job, you just wasted pumpkins. Um, but Halloween is that time of year where you can dress up as whatever, and if you're under the age of 18, you can steal without any consequence. Now, of course, I mean steal people's food and not actually go steal a PS5 from Walmart. Which that would be very bad. You may be in jail for Halloween, but yeah. And if you're over 18, well, you have your kids to do that for you. If you do that, that is stealing. That's probably robbery at that point. You might spend jail. You might spend your Halloween in jail too. So good job, people. Good job. um, I remember back. It was probably 2016 or 2017, 2018. Remember the whole hoax about like the clown thing, where there were dangerous clowns. I don't know if it was a hoax or not. I heard that it was. Uh, and that like people got freaked out, and I'm like, okay, well, if anything happened, and I'm like, wait, we're in a small town. I'm not gonna get killed. And like it was like the clowns get kill you, and I'm like, wait, what? People would say it in a subtle way, and I'm like, excuse me, you're being subtle about this. But yeah, I think it was probably a hoax. I think it was only like a couple. It was probably like a group who did it. But that see, when you live in a small and like at the Halloween that year was in a small town. Now I'm in York for Halloween now. In the small town, you don't have dangerous killers on the loose. I mean, yeah, we have problems with robbers and like I assume we do. I know we have a lot of car crashes because I mean it's you're coming from Maryland to through 83 goes right through the town. So like I mean our police are we had police join we had like 2 3 townships join police forces because like they just needed more. And then of course we have the state barracks down there too. So that's fun. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was talking about. Like I lost track. Um, but Halloween this like I don't even know what I'm gonna do for Halloween this year. I'm kind of planning on like sitting on the couch, which that's the couch, watching TV, turn on the TV. There's the TV, and eating a bag, and I'm talking about like Halloween bag of Reese's peanut butter cups. Now, like I don't know, because they since I have a Roku TV, it's you Roku puts out free movies every so often. You can also buy movies from them, but I mean, why would you pay money to Roku when you could pay for like Apple TV or something and get it on Roku? um, or get it on like Google Play Movies where you can get it everywhere. Then just things you think about. Um, and of course they have like I think they have the big Iron Giant for free. So I'm like, ooh, that's a good movie. It's like 1990s version. So it probably wouldn't be that bad. There's also Netflix too. There's the Hubby Halloween. That looks, I will say that looks like a good one. I kind of like Adam Sandler. Uh, him and his Happy Madison movies, like they're better. Like Grown Ups Two. I don't know any other. I didn't watch Murder Mystery. Didn't watch Sandy Wexler. There was another one I watched. like two main characters were him and Kevin James. I can't remember that name. Um, I don't know, whichever one it was with the fireman in it. Um, yeah, and then it had all the like the good comedians, the good, and I'm like, oh my god, can I please watch this now? And I'm talking, I think I saw like Chris Rock and like all the good people, and I'm like, Netflix, you definitely did it right. If you got all the good comedians, you get kudos for that. Cause I don't know anybody who could bring together like some of the best comedians in the world and like make a successful movie. Like you probably could, but you'd have to pay them a lot, and you probably could spend a lot of money on it. But hey, you have thousands of people who are paying for Netflix subscriptions, so see if only like Prime Video could do that. Prime Video is just geared towards like weird. I don't know what they like. You have Borat now, and I'm like, why would you want to watch some Russian travel and like he's not even Russian. I don't even think he's Russian. I think it's an actor. Probably is an actor. And he's dumb. He's dumb as heck. That's why I'm like, there's no way. I think people there's some level where people aren't stupid. So. I think I think there's like Disney. There's Disney Plus. I don't know. There's probably Halloween movies on Disney Plus. There's free. I think Freeform's doing Halloween movies too. I think Freeform is owned by Disney because I think they used to be like ABC Family until they turned into like Freeform, like ABC Movies, something like that. They were like I think they were ABC. ABC was always owned by Disney. They just changed it to Freeform because Freeform sounds better. I will say one thing that I would love to do is like throw pumpkins across my yard. That would be amazing. So yeah, Halloween in 2020 for me. That's just called sitting at home. Maybe I'm gonna go. I'm probably gonna go like hit all. So I'm gonna go to the first neighborhood I lived in York. Kind of like return home. It would be it'd be really nice to kind of like return home. Like, hey, this is back when my mom was making some good money. We lived in like we lived in a development. It actually wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad development, but we were really closed off. Our mom at the time wasn't making a lot of money, and like now we actually own a house. This is the second house we've owned. Like yeah, just kind of returning there. They had some really good. It's a whole development, so it's and since younger people live there, they've got actually some pretty good stuff. When I went trick or treating there once, they had a like a corn maze kind of thing in somebody's garage. It was pretty cool. But apparently they would scare you, and I didn't know because, well, he didn't scare me, but my mom specifically told him don't scare me. So if he scares me, he's gonna get something somewhere. Punch eye, punch groin, slap face. I will jump though. I might have a heart attack, but I don't know. That was years ago. That was like years ago. So I don't know if that's even gonna be still there. I don't know. Something to find out. Well, this is a relatively short episode because I don't really know what to talk about, and my camera just went black and whitish. Don't know why it keeps doing that, but I'm just gonna keep going with the episode because I'm just tired of like fixing it. So, this concludes our 5-episode extravaganza, our whole week of Behind Gypsy episodes. Thank God, because I'm tired of recording. You're probably gonna like every time you're gonna see me in a Star Wars shirt, because I mean, why not? You're gonna see me in the same Star Wars shirt. So thanks for kind of being here for the 5 days. I know I'm tired from it. I don't know what else to say. Thanks for watching, or thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I don't know. We will be back with more. We will have like two. We will return to like our normal schedule. I don't think we're ever gonna do the 5 days again. It was just something big. Happy Halloween to everyone, because I know that's gonna be tomorrow. Or Happy Halloween if you're listening to it the next day, or Happy Past Halloween. You know, whatever it is. Happy Halloween. And we'll be back with more in November in Marking Period 2. Don't worry, we'll be back. So I will see you later with more episodes.